Welcome, ladies and gents. Thank you for coming back to my platform. Again, excuse my dry lips and all the things that I'm kind of experiencing with allergies, which is why I'm going to offer you the 3 different areas of nutrition for you on this Friday through this weekend. It's been a lot with the weather and different weather zones. They've been complicating a lot. So you want to make sure you get a lot of extra water this weekend. Make sure that you're getting some adequate sleep and making up for that time loss. Also make sure that you are taking time, if you can, just write 10 minutes, just write down some goals you have about 2019, some things that you really want to work on and take place in your own life with your health, manifestation coming into full derision and come into manifestation in the natural, because you want to really make sure that what you are wanting, that you're receiving, because you're actually working towards that goal and that mindset to clear your mind and do better. I have a real disgust for, I'm not going to use specific names, but I'm just going to say, although I do strongly recommend and appreciate other YouTubers who have been out for a long time on YouTube and have been willing to help brothers and sisters. I'm going to tell you, ladies and gents, welcome to this platform. I'm going to tell you, no man, no single, married, elder, ancestral, just no man can tell a woman about her body or know her body like she can know it. No woman can tell a man who a man is. A man is masculine, a woman is feminine. When you're in that femininity and he's in that masculinity, you have your place in life, your place. You have your place in every single way, and nobody can tell you who you are or tell you what your place is. As far as knowing how much you should weigh, if you go to a gym or you don't, because many of us work out, dancing, maybe in our home. Sometimes we go to the gym, do Zumba, sometimes we don't. Sometimes we're working on weightlifting, sometimes we're not. We may be working on the nutrition part of things and getting our health and having the most benefit that we can with health before we talk about anything else that's going on, okay? Anything else going on. And we might be focusing more on that health part of ourselves, our skin and things, when things, like I say, get dry. You might be using more oil, coconut butter, cocoa butter, shea butter, all different kind of things to enhance your skin. And so a man cannot tell you to be a size 6, a size 8, a size 10. He doesn't know if you've lost weight, if you're in the middle of, you're married, you just had a baby, maybe you had a death in the family. We don't know. So what we're going to do is, as women, and as we work through this healthy, beauty, feminine, a rising of women in 2019 and keep going up, we're going to talk about being productive within ourselves, because we need to make sure that we know who we are. Like I said before in that last video, introducing myself, we need to make sure that we are working on completely rising up and not feeling like, if there are a group of brothers telling us, and again, I don't like saying bro, but I'm going to say brothers, meaning you may think you're trying to help, and you may, to a degree, you can help men. But as far as exactly telling us how our bodies should look, that's based on a European scale. And yes, we may want to get down real thin because maybe that's what we want to do, and then build up a little bit of a muscle mass. We might be competing something for gymnastics. We might be competing in something, some kind of weightlifting. I mean, there are women that do that. Not saying every woman needs to, but there are women that do. Some women like to play volleyball. Some women even play basketball, right? Some women run and do track and field. What I'm trying to express is that how you do your exercise, that's what we're going to talk about, different things here over time through this year of 2019. I'm going to share with you soy energizing proteins. I'm going to share with you different minerals. I'm going to share with you how to scale back all that excess and understand what fasting is, a good way of fasting, so you can do it as a lifestyle, which is going to help you, because when your mind is strong, your heart is strong, your body is strong, and everything works in unison with itself. But no man can tell you exactly what size you should be. He can have a preference, but most men have different preferences. For instance, to tell a woman that over 40 she cannot date, or that she's not going to meet anyone, or if she has children, she's been a single parent, for whatever reason that is, that she's not going to meet anyone, that's not true. So not true. And I know from personal experience on different levels. I know what I've seen in life from other beautiful ladies that I hold dear in my heart, that are leaders of their own little businesses. They're looking for that masculine energy, right? The masculine energy that balances out their femininity. But we want to make sure that we're working on ourselves, ladies. Okay, ladies, we want to make sure we're working on ourselves and doing the best that we can for ourselves and getting ourselves exactly where we want to be. Because when you're good for yourself and you know exactly what you're doing, you know what type of asset of a woman you are, you know your purpose, you know what the fulfillment is of life and what you're trying to bring to others, you are going to be the best of you. You're going to be bringing that out in life, and you're going to be better for your children if you have them. And if you don't have children, you can still maybe spend time doing more hobbies and things like that. But as far as being a single woman over 30, women, if you're under 30, don't feel scared like you have to run out and get married. Don't take the time to get to know men. Meaning, take the time to be invited to a dinner, be invited to a gathering, a meetup, an opera, a ballet if you want to. Be invited to just something, some kind of networking, a conference, something that you're going to meet other people of like mind that are actually doing the same type of thing that you're doing, which is growing and glowing, right? Growing and glowing in your light and abundantly being all of who you are, to yourself, first giving to yourself and then to others, because you cannot spread yourself so thin that if you don't give it to yourself, you're going to be able to give to someone else. You need to give to yourself first. So I used to think that it was the opposite. And if you have children, it may need to be the opposite, but being healthy is going to be the number one key to success in this life. We all go through ups and downs, bumps and bruises in life. We may lose a job. Some people get fired. Some people are going out and expressing that they want to be an entrepreneur. We want to work for ourselves. We want to work with others and network with them and do better in life. But when I say this, a woman cannot tell a man how to lift a vehicle if he can. I'm not going to tell a man how to do truck driving or how to lift a drive a tractor. I don't know about that. Okay? But I do know that a woman, when she feels good about herself and she knows who she is, she can shine. She can be elegant and tactful and classy and still get to the point and still dominate the conversation enough to say, hey, I agree to disagree because this is not truth about women. Not all women are like this, and not all women are scared. We're not all scared running around like we're never going to meet anyone. Some of us have come from very long relationships or marriage, or some women have been divorced. Some have had 5 children, some have had 1, some have had none. That's the variety of this life that the Creator put us on this planet. There's a variety. And we have to work through all these different ways to solve some of these issues. Now, we cannot cure everyone, especially people that are going through a lot. I'm not going to say just medically, but mentally, because it's a mindset, right? If they're mentally not able to gather their thoughts, if they're mentally not able to get to that point, it's going to determine what they do in life. It's going to affect their entire life, their environment, their family, everything about them. Okay? So the main and most important thing to remember, especially in social media, and while I'm building this new platform, which is a new channel, something new I'm doing, take time to breathe and take time to reflect. Take time to write even. Take time to see what other little businesses you can start, ladies. Take time to find out your health. And I don't mean at the doctor. I mean take time to healthy self-medicate yourself. What that means is doing it the natural way. So I'm going to say this. So I have here, this is just one example. So I have Bertolli extra virgin oil, which is supposed to be Italian. However, it's actually Hebrew. Okay, because we started with the vines. But anyway, that's a whole nother subject of culture. Anyway, ladies, this is your friend, okay? And it can be used on your scalp, especially during certain times of season like spring or fall. There's different variations of cinnamon. You actually, and I'm not saying the dollar store is great, but if you actually have to go to the dollar store, their cinnamon is pretty good. If you feel anxiety or inflammation, you want to start with about, I'm going to say, 0.01 on the teaspoon, an actual teaspoon, because some people cannot just eat cinnamon regularly. I do when I feel a little bit of that anxiousness. And I've been doing that for a couple years now, off and on, especially because it gets cold in the north where I'm at. I'm just showing an example of ground cinnamon. There's two different kinds. So you've got your cinnamon stick, and then you've got the actual cinnamon base. Okay, this is ground cinnamon. I love Trader Joe's. Excuse me, Trader Joe's is absolutely wonderful for certain products. Okay, especially avocados. You can put avocado on your face and use it as a mask. You can take cucumbers under your eyes. Because I'm getting some of this from, see the difference in my eye when I pull this one and then this down. And even though there's some makeup here, okay, skin makeup, I'm saying certain spices help during certain times when you're feeling extra anxious or your skin is kind of reacting to certain foods maybe you've eaten, or over the holidays maybe you had extra pumpkin, or maybe you were eating a little pie. I experienced eating some pie this year, and that's the time when I do it. I might want a donut once a year. So normally I'm very much more into my salads, my herbs and minerals and spices, and plant-based type diets as well. So you can actually take a can of tuna fish, which is albacore tuna fish, flip it over, put it in a little bit of the olive oil and a pinch of water and even a pinch of lime or lemon. Let it simmer down real low on maybe a 2, okay, on the stove. And then you're going to want to let that simmer and fry. Don't add any spices to the tuna, okay, the albacore. So you want to make sure it's in water. Take one onion, okay, if it's just you're going to take one onion, dice it up. There's different ways to dice an onion. There is a proper way, but we're just going to say dicing up an onion in slicing form, straight, not little tiny dices, but straight. And have that with tuna fish. It's going to help pull out those toxins. It's going to help pull out your allergies, which is why I have dry lips, because I've been eating broccoli. I've been eating my spices, especially cinnamon. There's turmeric you can put with coconut milk and boil it down into a tea. Also, apple cider vinegar is great as well, because what that does is that pulls out the toxins and you get rid of it that way by flushing it out of your system. So a lot of times it's water weight gain. And just as a side note, you might meet someone out and he may be attracted to you. You look at him and you're thinking, I know what's going on this time of this part of the month, or maybe I'm extra bloated because maybe I've been eating something that didn't agree with me, or maybe there's just certain things going on with my body, because women have different times and different cycles of events throughout the month in itself. Okay, different cycles, which means your moods may change, which is why we keep that feminine nature of ourselves. Certain things that may take place. The water content you've been drinking, what type of water you've been drinking. Have you had enough B vitamins in your body? Have you taken a multivitamin, which is something I'm also going to talk about. It's called Vitali, and I do sell that product. These are all products I'm going to get into later on, but right now I'm starting from the health of our people, okay? Because right now our nation is just in such a serious way. And ladies, I want to tell you, don't feel pressure to go on a dinner date or feel pressured to go somewhere. But if you do get invited, just know it doesn't matter. You're not hitting any wall. You decide what time of the year, you decide what year you're going to be able to go out and meet people. You're going to decide, is this more time for me to put into my business here at home? Is this my time to meet someone, and maybe one day it will work out and he will provide more for the family? Is this someone who you're going to just do business with? Either way, these things all reflect on our health and our environment and how we feel about ourselves. So if we are healthy, we're strong. And if we're strong for others. And honestly, gathering information and our thoughts and our mindset is going to keep our spirit strong, so that when you are ready, if you're ready to go out there and do more, whether it be with your health okay, lifestyle with your health, or meeting a gentleman, okay, a gentleman that's a protector and a provider. Either way, your health is going to be number one. You're going to be number one. You're going to be that confident, resilient woman, and you're going to know what you want, and you are going to be a prospect because you haven't hit any kind of bad news or wall. You're strong with your mind. They're strong with their muscles. You're strong with your mind. And you're going to put your health first. And that, in turn, is going to show. It's going to glow, and we're going to grow. All right? So, baby, listen. Listen, babies. Listen. It's 2019. As many videos that have come out, as many podcasts, as many hangouts, as many thoughts. One thing is definitely for sure not happening. It's not a whole nation together. There will be groups, and those of us who understand our priority to ourselves as women, and understand, especially as a Black woman, if you are, and I like to say women of color, period, okay? Whether you resonate with being Hebrew, whether you resonate with being Black, whether you resonate with being caramel colored skin, light skin, dark skin, doesn't matter. Ladies, light skin ladies, doesn't matter. You must take care of your health. And there's so much to it. And it goes well and way beyond doctors and medical research and diabetes and cancer and endometriosis and all these things. It starts here. Here is where the health starts. Okay, so I want to encourage you. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm sorry it ran over a little bit. I'd like to keep it a little over 10 minutes for right now. And I've been trying to get everything updated and live so that I can start a hangout, so that I can get my Google Plus working, and connect to women out there who are for this type of movement, okay, and growth. I wish you a wonderful weekend. Stay healthy and strong within your mind. Don't let anyone tell you that you cannot make it and be better, and that you are worthless, because you're not, okay? And what you think about yourself is what matters. So let's take that health by the storm, conquer everything, and take one day at a time. Speaking of, I have to drink more of my water. And I will talk to you next week. If you like what I've said and it hits close, please subscribe. I would love to have new subscribers so I can build this platform and do a lot more and be more supportive when I'm online. There will be specific times where I will be doing that. I want to have some consultations on Skype and some different avenues and ways to work through things. There is a start for everything. And there'll never really be a finish, but we will be working together, okay? Whether it be in conferences, consultations, networking, women leading each other and helping each other and teaming up. But either way, your health is so important, and you must love yourself before anyone else can. All right, you guys? Thumbs up, hopefully not thumbs down. Enjoy your Friday night. Bye, ladies and gents, if you're watching. Au revoir. Bye.